Alright, you all know the drill. Halo Season 2, Episode 5 has been out. I've already watched all of it. And by the time you see this video, it's probably going to be Friday or Saturday, so a day or two after the episode is aired. So let's get started then. So you know how the duo goes, right? Let's get going. So in this first image we have right here, we see, from the aftermath of the last episode, which was really good, by the way. Go watch my last video, I think the last one or two videos, like where I talked about that episode. So we can see the aftermath, Chief, Soren, and I forgot the other one's name, like Vanek or something. No, Vanek was the one who got killed off, but whatever her name is, I can't remember. Anyway, so they're still fighting off the Covenant after the attack on Reach, where, spoiler alert, they're already saying that Reach has fallen, which, I mean, it's no surprise considering that's literally what the whole the basis of the season is the fall of Reach. But they essentially are speed running for it. Okay, I'm already going on a tangent already. We just started, so let's keep going. But anyway, so essentially, then after that, to go back get Vanek's body, she is successful, but she gets shot in the end and is mortally wounded. By the way, Chief is as well, but he's still walking around as we get to the end of the episode later on. Like Chief is still walking around about, but I think it seems that what they're going for is possibly by the end of this season. It seems like it. I could be wrong about this, but it seems by the end of it, we're gonna be Silver Team is gonna be gone because Vanek is dead. Kai has disappeared the fuck out of here, but we'll find out later on what happens to her. And the other team member is seemingly just essentially out of action. It seems like critically wounded, and it was even stated that she's not gonna be the soldier she once was. So like these injuries like have clearly changed her for the worse, like really have. And that's just builds a pretty grim picture for Silver Team's future. So, because one member's dead, another one's critically injured, one has just disappeared. So Chief is kind of on his own, really, in a weird way. Anyway, continuing, we got Soren hit and his wife looking for their missing son, and they reached a house like where they believed to be where he was at. He even had and the kid that the another couple had even had, their son's helmet, which made him think that he was there when in actuality he wasn't, so he's still missing. And meanwhile, um, Kwan is trying to bury, Vanek after he was killed off in the last episode, but Chief was not having it because, like, to say, we don't bury Spartans because of the whole, missing in action thing, the whole mantra campaign that the UNSC and Oni put together. So that's kind of the whole thing. So Chief was very vehemently against it. But and Chief swears that under oath now is that he's going to be representing Vanek in battle against the Covenant in future battles, simply because like that death really affected Chief like really hard. I think that just showed him that Spartans truly can die, that they're not this invincible machine. And much like during the original Fall of Reach, because remember, one of Chief's teammates in the Fall of Reach book, one of his own teammates got killed off too by the Covenant. So similarly, they're playing, out of that playbook, kind of sticking true to the canon in that weird way, but still being obviously deviating from it. But yeah, I mean, it's a worse version, really, of that. That's just how it is. But and then finally we got this. Now, as you can see here, this was when John and Halsey are watching over their fallen teammate, like after the Battle of Reach, and it's clearly been shown. It's clearly been, the point has been driven home, is that Spartan's fate is not the same anymore. Like they're not the same soldiers they once were after the events of the last episode, with this absolutely brutal attack. And gee, if you're wondering what happened to Kai, right? Let's get into that. At the end of the episode, it is revealed that she's actually at Oni, where she gets to keep her armor. Oh look, abandoning her teammates pretty much where they could have used her, but Akerson, being Akerson, I guess she wanted to still have her armor, I guess, while the other three lost her armor, and as a result of that, one of her teammates is dead. And does she know it yet? Absolutely freaking not, because she ditched him. But in the name, and seemingly she's going to be helping train the Spartan Threes. I guess Akerson got what he wanted. He wants to outdo Halsey pretty much by doing his own form of the Spartan program, which is the Spartan Threes, just like Akerson has always wanted to do. So that's kind of where we're at. And that's where episode 5 ends. they really they this show, man, it is so perplexing. There's one like for the first half of this whole season, like it's been really damn good, like so much better than season one was. But then this episode, they essentially go back to what season one originally was. Like Jesus Christ, I'm talking about a total 180, and not in a good way, because this episode was definitely the weakest, and hopefully the next episode can pick back up. Hopefully, I'm hoping for that, but we'll see what happens ultimately. But so far, we only got 3 episodes to go. And then we're already done with season two already. So again, this season is still far better than season one though. But this episode is, so far is definitely the weak link of the season, in my opinion. It seems others have said the same thing based on what I've seen. But what a perplexing episode! I get it was mostly, premised around Sheev kind of recovering from everything that happened in episode four about the whole Covenant attack and everything. And speaking of which, it seems that Maquis is at odds with the Arbiter because Arbiter is growing impatient. We actually get to see a hologram of of the Halo ring, actually the actual Halo ring, like where what's on it and everything, like a little tease of it about where the show is going. And like I said before, I think at the end of the season, Chief is going to be on his own. There's going to be no more Spartans, and I think that's where we're going to get into season three, which is seemingly setting up the events of the CE. And I assume during that time it's like when Chief is probably gonna get recover Cortana. Probably, I would assume it's gonna be interesting to see how what happens. I guess, but time will tell. 3 episodes left, so that's it for this episode of Halo the TV show. But so, what did you guys think of the episode? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, have a good one.